Guys, is Tua better than Jay Fiedler, or is Jay Fiedler better than Tua? I don't know. Remember, Fiedler would always, play okay, game would be close, and then he would always throw an inopportune pick in the red zone. At this point, Fiedler might be better than Tua. I don't know. Interesting game. Miami goes down. I think the final score was 31-21. Miami goes down to Buffalo in Buffalo, 0-3. I did expect them to be 0-3. I did expect this trend to continue where Miami's just not looking good. I did not expect them to be good this year. On the road in Buffalo, Buffalo continues to own this version of the Miami Dolphins. Look, let's keep it 100% real. I think the defense, despite early on looking like they couldn't stop anything, the defense tightened up. The defense looked pretty tough out there, quite frankly. Had a little bit more attitude, a little more toughness than we've seen previously from this defense. Went out there and I thought made it look hard for Buffalo. I got to be honest with you. For a good portion of that game, I thought Miami was going to win. It just looked like Buffalo was winded. They didn't expect to get punched in the face. Miami, you got to remember too, Miami had their back against the wall, right? 0-2, you go to 0-3, you're pretty much screwed. You're pretty much out of it. So they had their backs against the wall. Everybody's job is on the line. Everybody's given up. They're flying banners. They had their back against the wall. It was kind of like a playoff game for Miami. So you got to remember that. They came out, they gave it their absolute best effort. I thought both coaches, quite honestly, Weaver on defense and McDaniel on offense. Remember, Fury Fam is an objective show. We keep it 100. I thought both those guys called a pretty good game. I thought McDaniel especially, he dialed up some plays, especially in that second half, to convert third downs, going to Waddle, some exotic looks, some interesting motions, post snap, some interesting combinations of guys with lead blocking and guys getting the ball in different ways from different spots in the backfield. I thought he called a pretty good game. I thought Weaver called a pretty good game. Buffalo was out-coached at times there, bringing blitzes that Miami was able to exploit. It's just all such a damn shame that at the end of this, and at the end of all that good coaching and all the good play calling and Buffalo being on their heels, Miami's driving in the red zone, and what happens? What happens to Tagovailoa again with an inopportune interception? TD Finn's Talk said it the other day. I was watching his show, and he said, when you're getting paid that much money, you should be carrying the team. But even if you're not going to carry the team, at least don't be the reason the team loses. But once again, Tua with a terrible turnover. He's that guy. And I found it especially ironic. In the broadcasters, Miami gave it their all, this and that, bro. No more moral victories for this team. It's been way too long. But aside from that, they were talking about Josh Allen. And they were saying, hey, Josh Allen, he takes less money. He doesn't get paid that much so that the team could pay the back end. That says everything you need to know about Josh Allen and the mentality of the Buffalo Bills, that he is a superstar player, MVP type player, and he's taking less money so that his team could compete so he could win a ring. What is Tua Tagovailoa doing? He's going out to a crowd at practice saying, show me the money, show me the money. That's the kind of guy we got versus that kind of guy they got. And Josh Allen didn't even have a very good game. It wasn't great at all. But this is what we've got. This is what we're stuck with. So another loss. Miami drops to 0-3. If you're a member, if you're not a member, you should click join. Join Fury Fan. Become a member. Members can read my weekly column. And this week's weekly column, if you haven't read it and you're a member, go check it out. I talked about what the Dolphins should do once they're 0-3. And I gave some of my opinion about what do you do? Do you fire people? Do you roll with them? What should the Dolphins do now at 0-3? Click become a member to read what I think about that. At the end of the day, man, if you have still not clicked the like button, you still not have clicked the subscribe button, I don't know what you're waiting for. Fury Fam is in full effect. Win, lose, draw, whatever. We're going to keep up with the Miami Dolphins all miserable season. We're going to keep it objective. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it balanced. We're going to give a fan's perspective. We're not hunting clicks. We just want to keep it real with the fans. Join Fury Fam. We will be back with a show next Tuesday. Written column on deck. Stay tuned for G's rant, and the executive members will be dropping maybe some videos, maybe some written columns. Keep it locked to Phin-Addict Fury, because we are furious Fin fans with this terrible team. Love you guys. Good night.